Kelly, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my review for Future Sex, A New Kind of Free Love by Emily Witt. This is the non-fiction account of journalist Emily Witt, who finds herself single in her 30s and sets out to investigate the range of relationship options available to her in the modern world and to chart a new kind of free love. It reads like a collection of essays on such topics as expectations, internet dating, orgasmic meditation, internet porn, live webcams, polyamory, Burning Man, birth control and reproduction. It's quite dry and wordy in places, and it's very much the product of a journalist. It's quite wordy, overwritten, and she definitely has a full and flashy vocabulary that she's keen to show you. I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars because although it asks a lot of interesting questions, it doesn't actually answer any of them. And while I understand that the author cannot manufacture a one-size-fits-all worldwide solution, she should at least have arrived at a personal one and rounded off her own investigation properly, because as it is, she leaves the reader quite unsettled. I believe in the facts of her research, but they're quite bleak, and it's not concluded in a way that elevates that bleakness. You're just left with that heaviness in the pit of your stomach, basically. Emily Witt does manage to express things that I've never quite found the words for, which is always really satisfying to come across in a book. She talks about the unhealthy persona of sex now being a sort of reciprocal servicing contract, with women being encouraged to give more than they receive. My favourite chapter was the one about birth control, because I've never really thought about the fact that birth control has not seen any major medical advancements in the last 40 years. Women are still putting up with a lot of side effects in order to modify their own optimum biology until such time as they find a mate, or they are magically financially stable enough to raise a child on their own. Which, you know, societally, sociologically and economically, our world does not support single parenting. And not only are we modifying our biology, we're modifying our behaviour. We're being encouraged towards the, I think she calls it, the normative majority of monogamous relationships, rather than developing better safeguards against STIs. All of which points persistently to the question of choice and whether we in fact have any, especially as women. It is interesting and depressing and bleak, and again, because there's no conclusion, it leaves you feeling quite unsettled. I think that the closeness of the research, the fact that the author herself participates intimately in some of the situations, makes for a very voyeuristic read, which is, you know, we're all voyeurs, so I do think that that side of it will appeal to people. And anything with sex in the title is going to sell, so I'm sure lots of people will pick this up and some will enjoy it. I don't regret reading it, I just had to force myself through in certain places, particularly places where the author came across as particularly pretentious and like she wanted to impress us with her vocabulary. And I did have to look up a lot of words, and I'm not by any means lacking in the vocabulary department myself. So, in conclusion, I'm not tempted to read anything more by Emily Witt, but I would read more on this topic. However, read this book for questions rather than answers. So 3 out of 5 stars for that one. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments down below, and let me know if you've read this book, what you thought of it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to see the next one, and I hope to see you then. Bye!